Welcome to Optimal Frequency. I'm Grant. If you watch this channel, you know what I do here, and that's I talk to spirits using sources of white noise. I then run an AI filter to remove the sound of the white noise on the recordings that I make. That leaves behind the spirit responses to the questions that I ask, and I always get amazing, relevant, intelligent responses. So this week I spent 5 days doing an experiment here where I put some software on my computer called Voicemod. It changes your voice live as you're talking into your microphone and puts different effects on it, like echoey effects, or it deepens your voice. Whatever effect you can imagine, it's probably in that software. I tested out 3 of these over the past 5 days to see if these voice mods could make the communication come through any clearer from the spirits. So this is part 2. Okay, let's run through the first 5 questions here. During the Nikola Tesla video that I did, I forgot to ask him one of the important questions, and that was, what does Nikola Tesla think about them naming a car after him? Did Nikola Tesla join our team to help out on the communication project? There's another gentleman whom I have reached out to before. Do you know who I am thinking about? Again, I think I might have heard his name, but it sounded a little drawn out on top of the water. Do you know who I am thinking about? I contacted Marcello Bacci using my radio before, similar to what he was kind of doing, similar but not similar, and it turned out to be pretty fuzzy. Now, I have not contacted him again using the echo chamber. Should I reach out to him and ask him to join our team? Last time when I contacted Marcello Bacci, I used my radio and the static on it, and it was pretty fuzzy, but it was a valid experiment. Okay, so I also wanted to know, when we did the Robin Williams session, Robin and I, my wife Robin, it seemed like Robin Williams was not, it said he was in heaven, but I'm not so sure. It seemed like he was waiting somewhere. Did I interpret Robin Williams, when I asked him to tell a joke, did I interpret his story correctly? Did they work on a film and they changed the script to have an actress that they didn't really like, so that she would have to wear a skimpy outfit or her panties? What film were they working on when that happened? In that Robin Williams video, you mentioned that they were setting up bases on the moon. Who is setting up the bases on the moon? Why? Will there be a war between humans and an extraterrestrial race? Will this happen during my lifetime? Okay, I'm going to run downstairs, change over to a different voice mod. Be right back. Now I just changed that to what's called Storyteller, and man, that's what I would call chunky coming out of the speakers here. This should be pretty good, this one. Okay, so we're using the Storyteller voice mod, and it sounds chunky down there in the echo chamber. In the Hitler session in review, he said he had been dreaming and I woke him up. How often does he sleep? Or was he still recovering from the life he led on Earth? Did Hitler go to heaven? So when I shot the Hitler in review session, he seemed like he was a little arrogant, which doesn't make sense to me after all this time and the fact that he's now a spirit. Can you explain that to me? Freddie Valentine's father didn't seem to want to talk to me. Why was that? So Bob Hope came through in the Betty White video. Did he have a message that he had wanted to give to us? So I'm just blown away by that response because it makes perfect 100% sense. Bob Hope spent his life as a comedian, entertaining, and back then, I know, and a lot of you are a lot older than I am that watched this show that I'm giving you, putting on for you with the spirits here. You guys know, as well as I do, that it was a different era. When I grew up, when I was a kid, we only had 3 channels on TV. But there was always something good on. And it just felt like the entertainment was had a different set of values. It was more funny back then. There were more comedians. It felt lighter. This is a different era, and I think Bob Hope's message it's bang on. I mean, it's got to be from him. And he knows what he's talking about. So hopefully they send us some comedians soon. Send Robin back. Robin Williams. You mentioned the Boggy Creek Monster has the aroma of a certain cheese. Which cheese would that be? All right, folks, that's the end of part 2. Thank you for joining us for that. There were some pretty awesome answers. I think you'll agree. Join us for part 3 when we find out something I really wanted to know after I did the Queen session, the Freddie Mercury sessions. Why the heck did Freddie Mercury drop out of that session? It was just so confusing to me. I had to ask and find out. And I asked a couple of different questions on that. The answers I get are absolutely astonishing, so you're going to want to catch that. We also have some messages for viewers and all kinds of other interesting stuff going on in part 3, so we will catch you for that. Love, peace, joy, and adventure. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.